What's going on, guys? Zestran here, and I want to talk about the possibilities of if Kingdom Hearts 3 could be a disappointment. And now, what I mean about that, I don't mean it comes out, it'll be a bad game, or there'll be stuff wrong with it, or whatever. I'm talking about the fact that the game's been so hyped up and so teased and all this stuff for so long that when it comes out, there's stuff in it that we were expecting, but they were never planning to put in the game, or we have a vision of this game that we've been waiting for forever, and it's just not exactly the way we imagine it, so it ends up being a disappointment to some people. And I just want to know if that's even like a possibility, if anyone's even considering this. Also, the same theory for games like Final Fantasy 15 and pretty much any game that's been, hyped up and people have been waiting for a very long time. And there's some examples of this, like Watch Dogs, which I thought was a okay game. Like, it wasn't amazing. I thought, I remember IGN gave it like an 8. I completely agree with that. Like, it wasn't a bad game. And it's really, put down on, and people, hate on it or whatever. And I just think a lot of people were just disappointed by it, because why people didn't wait nearly as long for Watch Dogs, but that Watch Dogs was like the first now current gen game announced and shown off at an E3, and it was revealed in 2012. So it was at E3 2012 and 2013, and it came out in 2014. And it was like a disappointment because everyone was thinking it was going to be something that it wasn't. And I also have, worries for games that have been announced like a long time ago. Like you look at Beyond Good and Evil 2, which I never played the first Beyond Good and Evil. I have it, the HD version, because of PlayStation Plus, but I just never played it. That game was announced back in 2008, and we haven't heard anything from it since. Or games like The Last Guardian on the PlayStation side was announced in 2007, and we didn't hear anything from it until last E3, and it's like, yep, coming out next year, and we haven't heard anything from it since. I'm guessing you're going to hear about it at E3 with maybe a release date. That's another game I don't really know, because I never played the other Team Echo games, or Eco games, however you pronounce it. Like Shadow of the Colossus, or Eco, or Echo, whatever that game is called. Like, all those games, they can come out, and they could be exactly what the developers want it to be. But as fans waiting for such a long time for these games, it could just be a big disappointment for the fans, because they're like, oh, well, this, that, the other thing, or, the hype culture and all the stuff about it. You look at a lot of the Kingdom Hearts YouTubers, and they'll do a lot of theory videos or discussion videos, or like, what if this happens, or this would be cool if this happened, or wouldn't it be awesome if this and this happened? And then you get so hyped up for that aspect, and you're like, yeah, that would be so cool, and then you just want that thing, and that thing's not in the game, so it could be a disappointment in that aspect. But it could still, like Kingdom Hearts 3 could come out and be the best Kingdom Hearts game, but it could be a disappointment to you, or me, or whoever, because of some little things that weren't in there. And then maybe over time you learn that you get past it, or you end up hating the game for it. And that's just a big concern of mine. I don't want to hate Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't want to be disappointed by Kingdom Hearts 3. This is one of my most anticipated games ever. And that is a big problem. That's why I hate this thing that a lot of developers and publishers do, is here's this new game coming out in 4 years. Like, can't we do the Fallout 4 method? Oh hey, it's June. Here's this new game we've been waiting for forever, that we have not confirmed is even real until a week ago, and it's coming out in November. I like that so much better, because it just works better, because you don't have to wait so long for the thing you want to come out. And granted, I think if it's a new IP, like Watch Dogs, for example, it's okay to reveal it in E3, and maybe it's not the next E3, but then it comes out that year, because it's something new. You need to kind of show people what it is, and give it more time to promote it. But it's like something established, like Fallout, or Kingdom Hearts, or Zelda, or whatever, then you can reveal it 6 months prior to its release. And I think that's perfectly okay. I was talking about that in my Will We See Zelda Wii U at E3 video, how they can just reveal all the information we need this E3, name, release date, story synopsis, whatever, E3 this year, and it can still come out in November, and that's perfectly fine. We literally knew nothing about Fallout 4, and then they announced it with that teaser video, and then at E3 they had the big presentation about it of like, here's what's in it, all the stuff, new features, old features, all the stuff, and it's coming out in November. And everyone lost their minds, because they're like, this game we've been waiting for forever is coming out this year. And That was probably one of the best moments of the E3 last year. I'm not even a big Fallout fan. I tried Fallout 4 because it looked so improved over Fallout 3, and I actually liked Fallout 4. But anyway, that's just been my thoughts on if Kingdom Hearts 3 can end up being a disappointment and how people would take that. Like, if it doesn't have this epic story piece like they wanted, like, let's say a character like Roxas, who I personally don't like, but a lot of people do, doesn't come back. Or Xion, another character I don't like, but a lot of people do. What if she doesn't come back? You know, they don't need to come back. Like, their stories are done. They had a beginning, a middle, and an end. But other characters that we need more time, like Sora, he needs a little more character development because he's been, you know, kind of naive and, you know, stuff. He's just, you know, the lead character in an anime, basically. That's how a lot of them are. And he needs to get more emotion in him, and I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is a good way to do that. They don't need to muck it up with all these other characters that are done. And yeah, that's how I feel about everything, but make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.